Hassan. God bless you as you come. Announcer, Mr. Gideon Naji for Planning Committee.
On TV, Taraba News Tonight. Executive Secretary, Taraba State Primary Healthcare Development Agency, commends Governor Darius Dixon Ishaku for supporting efforts to combat COVID-19 in the state. Rotary District Governor presents books and communication systems equipment to the Faculty of Communication and Media Studies of the Taraba State University, Jalingo. Plus, Correspondence Chapel of the Nigerian Union of Journalists, Taraba State Chapter gets new officials. Hello, good evening, and welcome to tonight's presentation of the news. My name is Tinatu Danjuma with the bulletin tonight. The State Governor, Architect Darius Dixon Ishaku, says his administration and the Northeast Development Commission will continue to engage constructively to mitigate the effects of insurgency. The governor stated this at the flag-off ceremony of 500 houses to be constructed by the commission in the state, distribution of food, non-food items, and agricultural equipment at the government house, Jalingo. Our correspondent Solomon Bauru was there and now reports.
Governor Darius Dixon Ishaku affirmed that the best way to proceed is to strengthen capacity to improve quality of life of the people within the context of Human Development Index. Governor Ishaku said his engagement with the NEDC has always revolved around education, health, agriculture, and environment, which has been fruitful. The governor opined that the NEDC has not only established Information Communication Center at the Taraba State University and Polytechnic, but has trained over 400 young men and women in ICT and other related skills with startup park to establish themselves. He emphasized the intention of his administration to leverage on rice, cocoa, palm oil, tea, and coffee in his vision to have integrated agricultural programs.
I dare say the partnership between NEDC and Taraba State is very much on course. We're happy with it. We have, in the process of our engagement over time, agreed that effective communication is mutually beneficial for service delivery and overall mandate of the NEDC in the Northeast sub-region. And at the heart of it is the ability of NEDC to identify the needs of the beneficiary through sustainable engagement, which I hope we will be doing from time to time to be able to measure the cost of what we desire, and so that your intervention will be meaningful to the people on the ground.
Governor Ishaku solicited their support on education, mostly the College of Nursing and Midwifery and College of Health Technology in Takum, that requires institutional capacity in critical areas like laboratories, library, lecture theater, student hostel, and perimeter fencing. The governor told the commission that there is no access road to site for the Mambila hydroelectricity power project, calling on them to intervene on the construction of the Maraba Baisa Abung Road, Lau Karim Gidan Lachike to to Pantisawa and Jalingo Zin Road. Commenting, the chairman of the Northeast Development Commission, retired Major General Paul Tarfa, said the flag-off of the 500 housing units, distribution of food and non-food items, including distribution of agricultural equipment and input, was done in fulfillment of the mandate of the NEDC. He maintained that Taraba State is key on activities of the Commission because of the potential that abound in the state.
Taraba State is one of the key states in this region. Very progressive. The state with so many potentials, but of course it also has its own problems. We are here to carry out a lot of functions as we have done in other parts of the region.
On his part, the managing director of the Northeast Development Commission, Mohammed Goni Alkali, stated that the NEDC has been on the forefront of providing succor to the displaced and vulnerable as a result of insurgency in the Northeast. He thanked President Muhammadu Buhari for the release of funds that has enabled the Commission to carry out their activities in all the Northeast states.
Your Excellency, in support of your ongoing agricultural initiatives, the Commission is willing to partner with the state in the achievement of the planned notable objective, especially in the sphere of agri-mechanization. To demonstrate our commitment for a start, today we are going to hand over the following items to the state for the benefit of the slow government areas. One, we have 10 four-wheel tractors, 18 three-wheel tractors, 10 pitch plows, 10 planters, 10 boom sprayers, 18 trailer bodies, 28 toolboxes, iron pull tractors 2, and transplanters 8. In addition to the above, we have already established 3 nursery forests in the following locations: Zing, Ibi, and Jalingo, to be supported with solar power boreholes, light tractors, seedling, and other nursery inputs to fight environmental degradation in the state.
In their goodwill messages, Senator representing Taraba Central, who is also the chairman House Committee on Special Duty overseeing NEDC, Yusuf Abubakar Yusuf, Senator representing Taraba North, Shuabu Isalau, and member House of Representatives representing Jalingo Yoro Zen, Kasim Bello Megeri, pledged their resolve to ensure that funds are provided for all NEDC programs. They applauded Governor Darius Dixon Shako for his cooperation and support to the Commission.
We oversight, we provide funding for the working of Northeast Development Commission. So what I can assure Your Excellency and the people of the government of Taraba State and the people of Taraba State is that we will do whatever is necessary and possible to make funding available, especially for the infrastructural development of Taraba State.
We've been working hand in hand with the Northeast Development Commission to make sure that whatever kobo they spend, we get value for it. On this note, I want to thank you, Excellency, and once more thank the management of Northeast Development Commission.
Northeast Commission is one of the most transparent agencies I ever worked with, because they are the only people involved legislators in the execution of their projects.
Flag off of the 500 housing units, distribution of food and non-food items, agricultural equipment and input, tractors, stretchers, plough and planters was done by Governor Darius Dixon Shako at Joro Yinu and Joli Nyame Stadium, Jalingo, respectively. From Government House, Solomon Bauro, TV Taraba News.
The Executive Secretary, Taraba State Primary Healthcare Development Agency, Alhaji Aminu Joro Hassan Mafindi, has commended the efforts of Governor Darius Dixon Ishaku in combating COVID-19 in Taraba State. Alhaji Mafindi, who was giving a health talk on COVID-19 at a health symposium organized by the Taraba State Union Government of the Taraba State University Jalingo as part of activities marking the 2021 Students' Week, called on students to avail themselves for the COVID-19 vaccine. Peleva Lukazanya was there for TV Taraba News.
While giving a health talk at the health symposium with the theme COVID-19 and its prevalence in the nation, Alhaji Hassan Jauro Mafindi said, though the prevalence of the COVID-19 is low in Nigeria and Taraba State, there is need for the students to keep adhering to the COVID-19 protocols of hand washing, wearing of face masks, and avoiding large gathering. He decried the low number of Nigerians that have taken the COVID-19 vaccine so far, encouraging the students to ensure that they are vaccinated.
That His Excellency the Executive Governor of Taraba State has taken his first and second shot. If this vaccine is not safe, at that much if the governor will take the vaccine. The VC is now confirming here that he has also taken the shot. The President of the country, General Muhammadu Buhari, have also taken the shot. My humble self have also taken the 2 shots because the vaccines are, as of now, we have 3 categories of the vaccines. Johnson & Johnson, which is only 1 shot. AstraZeneca, 2 doses with the interval of 6 weeks. Then Moderna vaccine, 2 doses with the interval of 4 weeks. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, let me assure you, this vaccine is safe. Before now, they said, whoever take the vaccine, in the next 2 weeks, you will die. I've taken it, it's not getting to 4 months. I'm not dead yet.
Alhaji Jauro Hassan used the medium to pledge the support of the agency in providing drugs, vaccines, and toilet facilities to the institution. Presenting the second health talk on the viral hepatitis, the president-elect of the World Hepatitis Alliance, Dr. Enjuma Ada, said Taraba State has high prevalence of hepatitis out of the over 20 million people living with the virus in Nigeria.
What is hepatitis? Hepatitis simply means inflammation of the liver. It's derived from the Greek word hepa and titis. It simply means inflammation of the liver. But there are so many things that causes the liver to be inflamed. And one of it is the viruses, which we're talking about. Other things that could cause the liver to be inflamed could be toxins, could be bacteria, could be chemicals. But the one of public health importance is viral hepatitis, and that is inflammation of the liver caused by viruses. I know some people here might have been stopped from eating meat, stopped from eating fish, stopped from eating beans because of wrong information people receive about this disease called hepatitis.
On his part, the Vice Chancellor of the Taraba State University Jalingo, Professor Vincent Ado Tenebe, lauded the staff and students of the institution for promoting and raising the standard of the institution to number 17 in Nigeria and 4th best in the northern Nigeria, based on the recent ranking of the National University Commission, NUC.
Among the rankable 170, Taraba State rose from the former number 94 to number 17. And whether you like it or not, don't let anybody brainwash you, because you might stay here and say there is nothing in this university, but you won't know what is in this university until you visit another university.
The Vice Chancellor said establishment of the Faculty of Health Sciences and approval of courses granted by the NUC is one of the great achievements of the institution in recent time. The health symposium featured activities such as checking of blood pressure, counseling session on hepatitis and HIV, and hepatitis and HIV tests and COVID-19 vaccines, among others. Peleva Lukazanya, TV Taraba News.
A 3-day program for the Taraba State Primary Healthcare Development Agency for the 2021-2022 annual operation plan has opened in Jalingo, Taraba State Capital. The program, organized by the NPHCDA, will review the year 2021 annual operation plan of PHCDA in Taraba State, and at the end draw the operational plan of the agency for 2022. The report.
Declaring the program open, the Executive Secretary, Taraba State Primary Healthcare Development Agency, Alhaji Jauro Hassan Mafindi, called on participants to give the national theme of the Primary Healthcare Development Agency the necessary support to enable them achieve the set goals of the agency.
In line with activities that are going to give us the desired result at the local government level, in line with the rescue mission agenda of His Excellency the Executive Governor of Taraba State. Hence this meeting. So I want to claim the indulgence of the directors and indeed your team to give the national team and indeed the state team all the necessary support and cooperation so that we will get a very robust, implementable, equitable, and above all, sustained annual operation plan that will stand the test of time more than the one we did last year.
On his part, the program coordinator for Technical Support Unit, National Primary Healthcare Development Agency, Abuja, Mr. Adeshina Adelokun, praised the successes so far recorded by the Taraba State Primary Healthcare Development Agency.
A system that we are putting in place, that if well executed, we actually catalyze the issue of primary care in Taraba. Actually, we knew where Taraba was, and we know that we have made tremendously. But it's just that we cannot be doing things the same way and be thinking that we get different results. Except we want to be deceiving ourselves. We have come to discover that there are some stakeholders that we need to be carrying along on our meeting that we don't. We have come to discover that there are some stakeholders that we need to be carrying along on our meeting that we don't. This kind of AOP, we need the Ministry of Budget and Planning. We need the Ministry of Finance. And we also need somebody from Head of Service for strategic reasons.
He called on the staff of the agency to put more effort to achieve greater results. Mr. Gani Abu, the program manager, Basic Health Provision Funds, Taraba State Primary Healthcare Development Agency, sheds more light on the program.
Operational plan simply is a plan of activities. It's like a blueprint of the activity that's going to be done or carried out in health sector, especially Taraba State Primary Health Development Agency. So we call people from the local government, about 4 agents are here, we call people from the partners, also call people from departments, and then program officers. We now sit down together and then we plan what will happen for 1 year. So that's what. Now we are now reviewing the 2021 work plan, an operational plan. We did it 2020 and we were able to carry out the activities. So now we are doing the one against 2022.
The participating local governments are Lau, Jalingo, Sardauna, and Takum local government area. Peleva Lukazanya, TV Taraba News.
We will now take a break, and when we return, TV Taraba News will continue. Stay tuned.
The Rescue Mission government, led by His Excellency Architect Darius Dixon Ishaku, is matching words with actions in Taraba State. Thanks be to God, 5 years of rescue work is proven by massive sustainable implementation of our promise in the rescue agenda. The complete construction of Wukari Sukundi Road in southern Taraba, the Mararaba Pantisawa Road in Yoro local government on the full construction activity, and the ongoing dualization of edge-to-edge Jalingo City Main Road with a flyover bridge by His Excellency Architect Darius Dixon Ishaku is just a part bouquet of testimony to behold by all Tarabans. The digitization of TV Taraba and a touch of rescue to TSBS and other media houses has put Taraba State on the world map. Our government is committed to improving the health sector. Agriculture remains paramount to us and our dear people at all levels. Education has and will continue to receive boost from the rescue touch, as security for all Tarabans is a task we are all conscious about. Dear Tarabans, we have successfully rescued and revived all the companies under the Taraba Investment and Properties Limited and employed seasoned acclaimed professionals for daily production with a view to attract income. The massive employment of youth in Taraba State is an evidence that the rescue mission government of His Excellency, Architect Darius Dixon Ishaku, is not building castles in the air. We are working and Taraba is progressing. Support the ongoing works under the Darius-led administration by being peaceful and patriotic for the progress and prosperity of Taraba State.
Welcome back. If you are just joining us, this is TV Taraba News coming to you live from Jalingo. The news now continues. In an effort to assist government in strengthening the education sector of Taraba State and Nigeria as a whole, the District Governor, Rotary International District, Ayola Oyedoku, has presented books and communication systems equipment to the Faculty of Communication and Media Studies of the Taraba State University, Jalingo. The presentation took place at the Vice Chancellor's Office Conference Hall. Correspondent Kabiru Jalo has details of the report.
And the communication system equipment to the management of the Taraba State University Jalingo, the district governor, Rotary International District Ayola Oyedoku, said it is the tradition of Rotary Club members to assist individuals, corporate organizations, and government towards improving the well-being of the society.
We as Rotarians, we believe in these studies because we have what we call the 4-week test of the things we think, say, or do, which makes us to be better members of the society.
Receiving the donation on behalf of the university management, the Vice Chancellor of the Taraba State University Jalingo, Professor Vincent Ado Tenebe, commended Rotary International for the donation and expressed determination to partner with Rotary International for the continuous progress of the university.
And I want to let you know that Taraba State University is privileged and lucky to have the presence of Rotary in our university. I've also encouraged all my staff, especially the registrar, who have been very close to the activities of Rotary, and to also encourage other staff to join the Rotary Club, while we also encourage and support our students to maintain and join the Rotary Club.
The VC also presented some items as a sign of friendship between the university and the Rotary International. Meanwhile, the district governor was at the Federal Medical Center Jalingo, where he commissioned a project named Dr. Philip Due Rotary Garden, which was constructed by the Rotary Club of Jalingo Prestige.
We will continue to be part of that effort. Rotarians will continue to support the center to ensure that we continue.
The Chief Medical Director of the Federal Medical Center Jalingo, Dr. Aisha Adamu, spoke on the gesture.
We in FMC honestly are willing to partner with you as part of partnership in health to make sure that we achieve our mandate of providing comprehensive health care to the citizenry of this country.
Similarly, the district governor, on behalf of his members, also presented wheelchairs and sewing machines to the people with special needs as part of the humanitarian services of the organization. The presentation, which took place at the conference hall of Yukuben Hotel Jalingo, was to put the smiles on the faces of the beneficiaries, as stated by the district governor, Ayola Oyedoku, and the change maker president, Rotary Club of Jalingo Prestige, Rotarian Jerry Oliver.
This Rotary year, we have said that we should empower girls and teenagers and young adults to be able to be self-sustaining and also to be able to fend for themselves.
Today we have touched life, empowerment, and what have you. We did it in the university, donated books, sewing machines, tricycles. We gave out a garden today too at FMC. We are going to do a lot more.
Some of the beneficiaries thanked the organization for the gesture and promised to use the items to improve their lives. 6 new members have been inducted into the Rotary Club of Jalingo Prestige, and Honorable Daniel Likam, the essay to Governor Darius Dixon Ishaku, who is one of the newly inducted, spoke on behalf of others.
I decided to join Rotary when a friend of mine introduced Rotary to me in Jalingo, and I googled to know what Rotary is all about, and I feel to join because I feel it's a platform, it's a larger platform, being an international organization that you can be able to draw service to humanity. And I choose Jalingo because it's my constituency, it's my state. Instead of being in Abuja or Jos or any other place, at least in my state, through Rotary I can be able to impart life in my state.
Kabiru Jalo, TV, Taraba News.
The newly elected executives of the Correspondent Chapel of the Nigerian Union of Journalists, Taraba State Branch, has been sworn in. They are to pilot the affairs of the chapel for the period of 3 years. The election and swearing in, which took place at the Correspondence Chapel Secretariat in Jalingo, was witnessed by the state chairman of the NUJ and some members. Correspondent Kabiru Jalo was there for TV Taraba News.
I will discharge my duties to the best of my ability.
Those were the officials of the Correspondence Chapel taking their oath of office administered by the chairman of the Nigerian Union of Journalists, Taraba State Chapter, Comrade David Nya, signaling the beginning of a new dawn for the members of the chapel. The election, which was conducted under a peaceful atmosphere, produced the 7 executives, with Gabriel Yo of the News Agency of Nigeria as the chairman, Cletus Bernard, vice chairman, Femi Bolaji, secretary, Lamini Cletus, assistant secretary, Bashir Adamu, treasurer, while Athanasius Okorefo is the financial secretary, and Ishaya Titus as the auditor of the chapel respectively. Earlier, the chairperson of the electoral committee, Janet Audu, who was the acting chairperson of the Correspondent Chapel, addressed contestants and members of the chapel.
If you win this election, treat everybody equally, both those who voted for and against you. Election is not a do or die affair.
That paved way for the contestants to put to table what they had for the chapel if eventually elected to their various positions.
So we have a huge responsibility, and that responsibility, I can assure you that I will try to coordinate all of us, try to achieve it, because we're all men and women of intellectuals.
We have to know that togetherness is what we use.
And we are going to also work to ensure that the welfare of our members is taken care of.
To give the best to this correspondent. Thank you.
So also the chapel, I will not disappoint the chapel.
Ballot boxes were then lined up for the commencement of the election as members line up one after the other for the election, which paved way for smooth conduct that produced the officials. Speaking during the occasion, the state chairman of the NUJ, Comrade David Nya, congratulated members of the Correspondent Chapel for conducting a free, fair and credible election, describing all the members as winners.
I want us to work in synergy with each other so that we'll be able to achieve, we'll be able to see the development of the state.
In his acceptance speech, the chairman of the Correspondent Chapel, Gabriel Yo, on behalf of others, promised to justify the confidence members reposed in them by operating an open door policy.
This is the time. You may have made mistakes in the past, but now is the time. The exigency of time is here before us. We will all wake up individually and collectively, all of us. It is not just the ESCO that will do this. It is not the chairman. It is all of us. I want to tell you that on behalf of we will be calling for regular meetings to get your ideas so that we will all collectively deliver on our mandate.
Kabiru Jalo, TV Taraba News.
COVID-19 can lead to serious illness and death in people over 50 or those with conditions such as diabetes and hypertension. Please take responsibility. Kabiru is standing by with the translations in Hausa. Good night.
Assalamu alaikum jama'a, barkanmu da warhaka ga fassarar labaran cikin harshen Hausa daga ni Kabir Ibrahim na fassara kuma zan karanto. An yaba da kokarin da gwamnati Darul Zitsan Ishaku yake yi na dakile cutar COVID-19 a wannan jiha. Sakataren hukumar kula da lafiya a matakin farko na jiha Alhaji Aminu Jauro Sama Findi ya miƙa wannan yabo a yayin da yake zantawa da ɗaliban jami'ar jihar Taraba. Ga fassarar rahoton Faleba Lukazanya. Alhaji Aminu Jauro Hassan Mafindi na magana ne a wurin da aka shirya taron faɗakarwa ga jagororin ƙungiyar hukumar ɗalibai na jami'ar jiha, inda ya neme su da su ci gaba da bin matakan kariya daga cutar COVID-19 waɗanda suka hada da wanke hannaye, rufe fuska da kyalle da kuma tabbatar da cewa sun karɓi allurar rigakafin cutar. Sai bayyana cikakken goyon bayan hukumarsa wurin samar da magunguna da allurar rigakafi ga makarantar. Shi kuma Dr. Danjuma Ada jawabi kiwon lafiya ya yi wa ɗaliban kan cutar hanta wato hepatitis, inda ya nuni da cewa jihar Taraba ta yi ƙoƙari sosai wurin yakar cutar da ta addabi sama da miliyan 20 a faɗin Najeriya. A nashi ɓangare mataimakin shugabar jami'ar Professor Vincent Ado Tenebe jinjinawa maluma da ɗaliban jami'ar ya yi dangane da yadda suke taimakawa ga ɗaukaka jami'ar da ta zama na 17 a Najeriya da kuma 4 a arewacin Najeriya kamar yadda hukumar kula da jami'o'i ta ƙasa ta ayyana kwanan nan. Har ila yau ya yi amfani da damar wurin jinjina hukumar ƙungiyar ɗaliban kan yadda take da kyakkyawar alaƙa da mu'amala da shiga tsakanin gwamnatin jiha da kuma hukumar makarantar da malamai a duk lokacin da wani al'amari na bambanci ya taso, da kuma yadda suke shirya taron ilmantarwar. Farfesa Vincent Adetinebe na mai kara da cewa kirkiro tsangayar kimiyyar kiwon lafiya a jami'ar da amincewar da hukumar kula da jami'o'in Najeriya ta yi babban ci gaba ne da jami'ar ta samu kwanan nan. Taron ya samu damar gudanar da gwaje-gwaje na kiwon lafiyar jiki, jini da na ciwon hanta da na kanjamau da kuma bayar da shawarwari baya ga yin gwajin cutar COVID-19 da bayar da allurar rigakafinta. An saba wani taro na kwanaki 3 dangane da shirye-shirye da tsare-tsaren ayyukan hukumar kula da lafiya a matakin farko na jiha na shekara 2021 da kuma 2022. Hukumar lafiya a matakin farko na tarayya ta shirya wannan gudanarwa taro domin dai duba ayyuka da kuma yadda za gudanar da ayyukan na shekara ta 2022. Har yanzu dai ga fassarar rahoton Faleba Lukazanya. Da yake bude taron, sakataren hukumar kula da lafiya a matakin farko na jiha Alhaji Aminu Jauro Hassan Mafindi kiraye ga mahalarta taron da su baiwa tawagar hukumar ta ƙasa goyon baya da suke bukata domin cimma muradi. A nashi lokaci jagoran taron daga hukumar kula da lafiya a matakin farko na ƙasa Dr. Adesina Adelakun ya bawa irin nasarori da hukumar lafiya a matakin farko na jiha ta samu yayi. Kana ya kira ga ma'aikatar hukumar da su ƙara azama da zage dantse domin ƙara nasara. Shi ko Mr. Gani Agbo ƙarin haske kan wannan taro. A ƙoƙarinta na ganin ta taimaka wa gwamnati wurin bunƙasa harkokin ilimi a wannan jiha, ƙungiyar nan mai zaman kanta ta tallafa wa al'umma mai Rotary Club ta miƙa wa gwamnatin jiha ta littattafai da wasu sauran kayayyakin karatu domin da bunƙasa harkar ilimi. Kabiru Jalo na da cikakken rahoto ko fassarar rahoto sa dangane da irin rawa da ƙungiyar ta taka ganin cewa ta bunƙasa harkar ilimi a wannan jiha. A cewar Ayola Oyedukun, al'adar kungiyar ne taimaka hukumomin gwamnati da jama'a domin kyautata rayuwarsu da al'umma baki daya. Da yake karbar tallafin Farfesa Vincent Ado Tanabe, mataimakin shugabar jami'ar jiha, jinjina wa Rotary ya yi da samar da su ga jami'ar, da yin hakan ke nuna abota tsakanin su. Har ila yau gwamnan gunduman na kungiyar ta Rotary Ayola ya kuma kaddamar da wani aiki da aka yi wanda aka sanya wa suna Dr. Phillips Dwe Rotary Garden a cibiyar kiwon lafiya ta tarayya. Ƙungiyar ta kuma samar da kekunan guragu da na ɗinki ga nakasassu domin ta nuna tausayawa a gare su ga kuma bil'adama, da aka mika musu a Yokuben Hotel a nan garin Jalingo ta hannun ɗan ƙungiyar na Jalingo Prestige Jerry Oliver. Dukkanin waɗanda suka ci gajiyar tallafin godewa Rotary Club ɗin suka yi da Honorable Daniel Likam, mataimaki na musamman ga gwamna Darius Dixon Ishaku. Nan korar tsarwa aka yi biyo bayan zaɓuɓɓuka da aka gudanar na shugabannin ƙungiyar masu mika rahotanni da ake kira correspondent chapel da ke ƙarƙashin ƙungiyar 'yan jaridu ta ƙasa NUJ reshen wannan jiha. Kabiru Jalo ya kawo da cikin labarin yadda rantsarwar ta gudana akan idanun shugaban ƙungiyar 'yan jaridu ta ƙasa reshen wannan jiha kuma da Benya. Ga fasarar rahoton na Kabiru Jalo. Shugaban ƙungiyar 'yan jaridu na ƙasa reshen jiha ne kuma da Benya ya jagoranci rantsuwar da ke nuna sama zubin sabon jagorancin salon kungiyar. Zaben ya gudana ne kuma ya samar da Gabriel York na kamfanin dillancin Najeriya NAN a matsayin shugaba, Cletus Barnett a matsayin mataimakin shugaba, sai kuma Femi Bolaji a matsayin sakatare, Lamimi Cletus ko mataimakin sakatare, Bashir Adamu Ma'aji. Malama Janet Audu ce ta rike a matsayin shugabar Tarigo, wacce kwata shugabanci kwamitin zaben da ya gudana lami lafiya. A ƙarshe dai shugaba na ƙungiyar 'yan jaridu ta ƙasa reshen jiha David Nya ya ce jagororin murna na samun zaben. Kana Mr. Gabriel York, sabon shugaban na ƙungiyar masu bada rahotannin, ya yi godiya da kuma magana a madadin sauran 'yan ƙungiyar. Ya abin da muka samu kenan cikin taskar mu ta fasarar labaran mu na daren yau, tare da ni Kabiru Ibrahim nake cewa mu lafiya.
Gaga music. Yeah.